Hello and welcome back to Clownfish TV. It is me, Geeky Sparkles, and the Lilo and Stitch live action drama continues. This movie, besides the fact that nobody seems to want it, now there's a whole bunch of casting announcements have been switched. It seems that the people on Twitter got the guy that played, they cast for David before, removed, and now they got another person playing David who looks more like him, let's be honest. But they basically went to stalk this person, and they went to his Spotify and found out that he had an N-word in his Spotify, and they leveraged that on Twitter, and now he suddenly is out, and they hired a new person to play him, and we're going to talk about all that. And they have some of the old voice actors coming back to play characters, and one of them they announced as somebody else, so we don't know what the hell is going on with this movie. So before we get into it any further, please like and subscribe. If you would give us a subscribe, I'll give you a woohoo. Woohoo! Sorry, I was thrown off there. Anyway, so here's what's going on. I saw this earlier. They're trying to get the original voice actor Stitch to come back, and I saw this story. What I didn't catch was, my friend Sarah sent this over, is that they have changed some of the people that have been cast. First of all, they got David recast, okay? So they had this other person, this Mikado, I don't know how to say his first name, but now he's been recast as this, it's like Kaipo Dudois, is now playing the character instead. He looks a little bit more like him. Here it's this guy. If you put his hair down on both sides, I can see it more. He looks more like the character. I mean, he does. But what the issue isn't that he looks more, it's that these people went out and stirred up so much crap about it that they recast him, and now they're trying to get the Nani actress recast. They even say here, like, I'm on Twitter, and it was like, recast Nani was trending. Then recast Nani too, you cowards. She's not even indigenous Hawaiian, because, being Hawaiian and having Hawaiian blood and growing up there isn't enough. She has to be what they say she has to be. Like, Cleopatra's black now because they said so. And it's getting old. And I wouldn't mind it so much that these people are bullies. Like, I saw this one comment down here, and this sums everything up. This one comment right here. Bullying works. Now recast Nani. And that's the problem, because now they want, and Disney, if you do it, you're going to deserve everything you get. Because what's happening is, if you give them their way about one thing, then you have to give them way about everything. And then if you don't, they're going to harass even more people. These are the same people who were threatening the not this person particularly, but same types of people who were threatening the casting directors and everything else. And that's the problem. As soon as you cave to one of these demands, then they expect all the demands to be met, which is why it was okay for Ariel to be black, but it wasn't okay for, this Sydney girl to play Nani because she's too light skinned. But wait, there's more. So, according to the Hollywood Reporter, remember we talked about, they had that one Jolene Purdy, and they had the pictures of her, and they said she was going to play this new character that Mrs. Kikoa that everybody thought was replacing Cobra Bubbles. Well, now, apparently that's been changed, because now they're saying Tia Carrera, who played the original Nani, is now playing Mrs. Kikoa. And then another voice actor from the original Amy Hill is coming back to play this other new character. It's David's grandma, pretty much. And then we have Chris Sanders, who was the original guy he was the one who created Lilo and Stitch, or at least wrote it and directed it with somebody else. He was the voice of Stitch. They're trying to get him back as Stitch. And I'm waiting for them to cancel him because he's not an actual flippin' alien. And he's a white guy, but, he made the movie. But that doesn't matter, because everybody in this movie should be not white, because Twitter says so. So it's really interesting to me. They're getting all these voice actors back for this film. I just don't know what happened to the other casting people they announced. They have not gotten rid of Sydney, and I don't know how to say her last name, Ogudong. They haven't gotten rid of her yet, but they are still trying, like as we've seen here, bullying works. That's the takeaway, Disney. So if you get harassed, you're going to deserve it. And we're all going to sit back and laugh because you got exactly what you wanted. You got the audience you wanted. I don't want to hear it. But yeah, so everybody's talking about, yay, we're bullied. We won. We won. So, that's what they're going on about. If Ariel can be black, Nani can be white. Argument is so funny because that's a mermaid. Really? Anyway, these people aren't going to be happy yet again, because it gets better, guys. I went and found, when I was doing my research to find out what was going on with this Mrs. Kikoa character, and I found the descriptions of the characters on this Wikipedia article, what they were putting out as describers, probably for like casting and stuff. So this is where it gets interesting, because some of these characters don't sound like themselves. So they're already having a little meltdown hissy fit about what color they are, because that's their Lilo and Stitch. Oh my God, it's my Lilo and Stitch. Well, these characters don't sound like the characters. Some of them do, other ones not so much. So we have Lilo. She sounds pretty normal, 6 to 8 year old, loves hula surfing and wildlife with special affinity for all things gross, very imaginative, very rebellious, gets her into trouble often and ostracizes her from her classmates who consider her a weirdie. Okay, these are called weirdos, but whatever. Like the original film, which portrayed her and Nani's parents having died relatively recently, by this film's events, their parents will have been dead for a few years. So now they're making it a few years later, with Lilo hiding her grief through relentless, fun-loving optimism. Lilo. Remember Lilo? And part of the thing was because she was sad, so she made Scrump, and some of the things she did was she was acting out because she was sad. No, her parents have been gone for years, but now she's optimistic because she's hiding her sadness, okay? That's the first change. Well, then they have, Jumba and Pleakley are pretty much, they're not giving you too much about them. I can't wait to see how they ruin them. Now Nani, okay? Ready for Nani? The 18-year-old sister of Lilo and her legal guardian. She is described as intelligent, overachieving, athletic, type A, and a straight A student. This is Nani, okay? You're all worried about what color she is, but she's not like anything like Nani, who has been feeling the increasing pressures of having to take care of Lilo while maintaining her school grades and her job, causing issues with her and Lilo's social worker, with Child Protective Services threatening to separate them and put Lilo into foster care. So now Nani's not just working jobs and facing issues. People are arguing, well, she has to be indigenous because she's facing issues of colonialism and the fact that they're darker skinned and all this other crap, whatever. But now she's not even dealing with that. She's getting straight A's and she's athletic and a type A personality. And she's trying to maintain her grades and her job and take care of Lilo, who now is apparently relentlessly fun-loving and optimistic. Okay, then. So then they have David here. They say 18-year-old Native Hawaiian community college student and surfer who is kind to Nani and does a knife dance to the fire, apparently, a fire knife dance. So that sounds about the same. Mrs. Kikoa is a 55-year-old, Pacific Islander social worker who is a practical, by-the-book, kind, and patient woman who checks in regularly with Nani, but is nevertheless aware of Nani's struggles to keep up with her duties. Carrera was originally the voice of Nani in the animated continuity. Yeah. Cobra Bubbles is a former CIA agent who's assigned as a social worker for Lilo. That sounds the same, but it sounds like they're mixing up Mrs. Kikoa. They're split it. I joked in the other video. I said, well, are they going to split the role? Is it going to be like they're taking the role and making it two different people? And that appears to be what they're doing. Now, Amy Hill is it Tutu? I don't know how to say that. I'm probably saying it wrong. It looks like Tutu. She's a Hawaiian woman in her 70s. She's their neighbor, but she's David's grandma. She's described as a quick-witted woman who speaks with a local, is it pidgin? I don't know. I'm so sorry if I'm pronouncing this incorrectly. Accent. She is original to the film, as none of David's family members appeared or referred to during the original animated continuity, nor did Lilo and Nani have close neighbors. Okay, so she was originally, this Hill was originally Mrs. Hasagawa in the original movie, so she's coming back. So apparently there's been a lot of switcheroos involving the casting, everything keeps changing. But it's not just the casting that's changing. These characters, at least Lilo and Nani don't sound anything like Lilo and Nani from the film. There is no descriptor for Stitch at all. Like, there's no, because they don't have a voice actor yet. So they have no Stitch descriptor. So I can't wait to see how they describe Stitch when they finally, get that confirmed. This is not going to go well. People, are losing their shit over casting, but this sounds so removed from the original movie that why do we need this? I mean, at this point, nobody's going to want this. I would just either direct to Disney Plus or just forget about it completely. It has been a cluster of epic proportions. Now the people that, wanted Nani gone and were already bullying the actress and the casting directors are now doubling down on Twitter, bullying further because they think they won with David. So get your popcorn and sit back, because this is going to get even more interesting. I can't wait till they lose their shit because the voice actor for Stitch is an actual alien. So I don't know what to tell you, but I was reading these descriptors and I'm like, what the hell? Anyway, please like and subscribe, and we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Help support the channel. Go to thereef.support and get early access to podcasts, videos, and other content. That's thereef.support.